Final score: West Ham United 0, Liverpool 2. I watched the game and oh my goodness me. Liverpool all over West Ham. Liverpool make West Ham look like really small. The pressing, the movement. West Ham had chances. They didn't take them. I don't know. I don't know if West Ham train for this. They need players. We got no midfield. I'm sorry, Mark Noble, Snodgrass, Lanzini. I'll drop Saturday and Haller. I'll drop them. I'll drop them boys for Saturday. I'll leave Haller out because he's laboured. He's bloody laboured, mate. What does he do? Cresswell lost the ball in the box. Lanzini kept losing the ball. No midfield. Snodgrass is too slow. Noble doesn't offer much going forwards. Anytime West Ham had a chance to break, no movement. No movement. Are they coached? Do West Ham know off the ball movement? Do they know that? Because as soon as Liverpool get the ball, I watch them. They're they're moving. Someone's making a move in the box. The 2-0 scoreline flattered West Ham, and Liverpool should have won by more, really. I tell you what, it's going to be a long season for West Ham. It's painfully to watch. They need help. They need players in. Mr. Sullivan's got to spend big. Isn't it? It's a defeat. It's hard to take, but but a star is born. The star is born. The young kid. I think he played okay. The young kids, the young boy. And Arthur's best game by far. Arthur's best game. So, no more defending for Arthur. We Arthur Anderson, get rid of him. So we don't need Anderson. We got Arthur. Arthur looked good on the left hand side. I think Arthur played as a left winger. He looked good. Arthur looked good. Going down the left hand side. See, so West Ham now they've got that sorted out. Now they need a right-handed side. See, Arthur missed Antonio because Antonio will be making movement, running into the box. But Haller was no good. You got to want the ball. You're a striker. There's no movement. He had no movement at all. Oh, Lanzini. Oh, I hope he don't play for West Ham again. Thornells didn't do much coming on. I don't know what's up with him. I hope his form has not gone out the window. They didn't want it. West Ham, you think you're playing at home? They never. West Ham, if they show their passion like Shrewsbury the other night, it'd have been better. If West Ham showed their passion like Shrewsbury, it would have been a different game. And they had chance. Lanzini missed a sitter. Declan Rice missed a sitter. He shot straight at the goalkeeper. That should have been in the back of net. And Angelo had a free header on goal. I don't know how he missed that one. So they had chances. Liverpool had chances, but in the end, fair result. Yeah, I think so. Lanzini should have done better with that. Should have done better with that tackle. Diop, I don't know what he was doing making that tackle, but. 2-0, a fair score line. We had chances. You got to take your chances. You got to take them. Much more work to do. Moyes, he needs to look at it again. I keep saying it and saying it again. West Ham, they got no midfield. You can't win games without no midfield. You might say it's Declan Rice and the back four against Liverpool. Snodgrass done nothing for me. What did Snodgrass do today? I don't remember him doing anything positive. I know he had a few deliveries in the box, but he didn't do nothing. Noble, again, Noble's too slow. Going forward, nothing going forward. No movement going forward. West Ham are in trouble. They need to buy. Message to the owners, instead of coming out with statements saying that you're 28 million in debt, you should be coming out and saying to the fans, look fans, we're going to buy. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to give David Moyes 100 million. David, I'll give you £100 million. You go and get me 4 players. I want a right back and 2 midfield players and a striker. David, here's 100 million. You get these guys in. You get these guys in before the transfer deadline. You know, no loan deals. No loan deals. All right, you are worth over one. You are worth over 1.5 billion. You're worth over 1.5 billion, and you don't want to spend. You don't want to spend to keep your team in the Premier League. You don't want to spend. You don't want to give your manager 100 million to spend. You know, it's dire straits. It's dire straits. And let's look at the situation. West Ham go down. They're going to lose all that 2-year parachute payment, right? You've got 2 years, and basically you've got 2 years to get back up. But at the end of the day, you look at it now, you're going to lose all these players. You know, you're going to need these players. You can't sell them. Definitely I'll get rid of Halle, Lanzini. Definitely them two will be gone. Anderson, I'll definitely get rid of him. He'll definitely go. You lose Declan Rice, definitely. And a few hours Diop you get rid of. Some of the defenders you'll be able to keep. You keep the defenders because defenders will be they'll be up to their levels, championship level. So you're going to need a team to get you back up in the Premier League. You're going to need it, So West Ham fans, I'm not going to panic. If they go down, they're going to need to get some players in to get them back up. You know, so maybe it's a blessing in disguise if they go down because these guys are not good enough. Simply not good enough. But the problem is, I say it time and time again, it's the midfield. No pace in midfield. If you don't have pace in midfield, you're not going to win games. My thing is, if push comes to shove, you got to use some of the youths. Push it. They got to spend. They have to spend money. They got to spend money to or the owners are not going to invest. They're nowhere. The only thing I'm thinking, right, West Ham fans, is the owners come out with this statement to say, if West Ham's in debt and if they go down, they ain't gonna have no money to spend. Oh, fine. Well, why don't you sell the club then? If you're coming out, why don't you sell the club? If you're coming out with this statement, sell the club. Sell the club. We need investors who's going to invest in the club. And me personally, I don't think the current owners here are running the club properly. All this stuff would leak to the press. Now, is that necessary, West Ham fans? Do we want to hear we're in debt right now? We don't want to hear this kind of talk. We want to hear that you're buying players. That's what we want to hear. And all this injury report, what's all this about? We don't want to be hearing stuff like that, you're leaking this to the press. Again. Are you telling the press all this stuff? So you're telling the press we've got players injured, and you're telling the press, we're in dire straits. That's not good. That's not good. PR is that Karen Brady's part? Oh, and she's getting $1 million a year for what? What's she doing for $1 million a year? I want to know. Are they paying her $1 million a year? I want to know to do what? What's she promoting? I think she's got a column in the Sun. What is she getting paid for? Is she part of the scouting? Oh, you bet you invested $800,000 in the women's team. So what? Why are you bringing the West Ham's football ladies into this? How much money spent? As a fan, I don't want to hear this business. All I want to hear is West Ham are going to buy players. Let's go back to the game. I'm looking at the game, analysing it, clearly to see that we're not that fit. Liverpool pressing all the way up to the 93rd minute. They were pressing all the way through the game. When West Ham had the ball, Liverpool players were surrounding them. Every time West Ham had the ball, press, close down. Every time. But when Liverpool had the ball, West Ham was nowhere near. You know, that young player had no coverage. Because I think the Liverpool break, he ran out to cover Salah, and the ball ended up to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Lanzini was tracking him, right? But he just bumped Lanzini like Lanzini could have done better with that. Lanzini could have done better with that tackle. You know, Lanzini could have done better, you know. But at the end of the day, Liverpool, well, they deserve to win, but you got to take your chances, West Ham. Lanzini had the chance to score, didn't take it. Rice shot straight at the goalkeeper. Rice played a good game. But the star man for me is Arthur. Definitely Arthur's best game. You know, I think he was playing as a left winger. Because he had Cresswell. Yeah, he was playing as a left winger. But he offered something going forward. But Snodgrass offered nothing. Snodgrass offered nothing going forward. And Noble offered nothing going forward. See, that is a problem. No midfield again. If you don't add midfield, you're not going to win games. You know, and the forward's got to have movement. Haller is a luxury. He's a luxury. He needs to go. I think Haller's got in his contract, get rid of him. Get rid of him. Get rid of Lanzini. Get rid of a few others. And I'll just have a big clean out, you know. But Antonio, I don't think we're going to get any takers for Antonio with his hammy. You know, we won't get any takers with him. If Antonio's in the Championship, oh my God, he'll tear it up. He will tear it up, you know. But I'm not going to jinx us now. Final score, West Ham United 0, Liverpool 2. There's work to do. We need to get some players in. Anyway, well done, Liverpool. Good win. West Ham fans, we need players in. Wasn't a bad performance, but I'm expecting West Ham to do better. I would have been happy with a point, but at the end of the day, the better team won. So West Ham United 0, Liverpool 2.